Alrighty, you guys. Well, I think I'm pretty comfortable now on where I want to put SOOHYUN on a tier list format that I update whenever a new character releases, of course. I've had my fair share of using her. Obviously, I caved in to get the additional dupes to get her to A5, and look, she's a good unit. She's a good unit. Now, of course, with the release of SOOHYUN and knowing her role, because I mean beforehand, before we knew any type of confirmation of the character, the last that we saw that developers were considering of taking the route of actually making her a ranged breaker, and so Lim was kind of like the direction that we were potentially thinking of on what they could do with her. And with, I guess, the last minute change, or whenever they chose to change her, I guess, yeah, they decided to kind of put her in that ranged DPS form as a mage rather than, as a mage rather than a ranger. I think that's what it was beforehand, right? Or an archer, even though she has a sniper. You guys get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so obviously having that route being changed on her, she's more on the offensive line and being for the fire typing. So for me personally, when I initially heard about her role change, the instant thing that kind of went through my mind was, how is she going to be with Cheyenne and Alicia? Because realistically, if you look at all the characters that have released, being 4 characters, Cheyenne, Alicia, Maylin, and now SOOHYUN, 3 out of the 4 are DPS. And so I thought there was going to be a bit of a theme going on, because as we now know and as we have now seen with Cheyenne and Alicia, those 2 characters are absolute goddesses for SOLOLEVELINGSKR in terms of being 2 of the best DPS characters in the goddamn game, right? And so taking that direction of making SOOHYUN just a fully DPS character, it got me thinking, what about her is going to be broken, and how broken is she going to be after seeing the 2 girls kind of running the game? Now, with each character, they've got their own uniqueness to them. So obviously with Cheyenne, it's the build up with the crits. I mean, she is the crit machine for SOLOLEVELINGSKR. That's how I class her. So building that up leads into basically a nuke of her ultimate. Alicia works off from dropping consistent core damage nuke. Again, you just apply her skills that will give her the frost, and then through that you can just consistently bombing down the advanced frost version of, I'm not sure what is it called actually. The bitter cold spear. There we go. That's the change for the core attack. So both of the characters right here, being Cheyenne and Alicia, there's key points to these characters where they're pretty much DPS monsters. So with SOOHYUN, of course, the big sell factor from this character and where she possesses her power, and I guess the key point to this unit is obviously the kill shot. And then I say more importantly, it's really because the fact that this is always going to give you element advantage play throughout whatever content, which is absolutely ridiculous, but here we are, and this is what we're benefiting from. I will say for Power of Destruction, this character is fantastic. So if you do have her, get her on Power of Destruction. She'll get you some good numbers, help you out in the damage department. But no, I mean, look, this unit is handling business from afar, which is absolutely beautiful, giving you that safe spot. She's working off from defense pen. She's got a little drones coming out to do the additional damage. They themselves also help you out with the magic reaction to allow you to do more damage, and obviously with the duration of this debuff to the enemy, it's on for a long period of time, so you can actually maximize your damage, of course. So the way they've actually gone about deciding to build her in that form of a DPS character is actually pretty fantastic. Again, doesn't exactly do any good for Choi, since Choi was kind of like the running head for the fire DPS, but hey, things have changed, times have changed. He's still good at sub DPSing and providing that defense decrease to further support the main DPS as it is now, SOOHYUN, of course. Now, I just want to quickly throw this in here. Even though she's a great character, and obviously I expected her to be on the line of like Alicia and Cheyenne, which she isn't quite there in my personal opinion, it's difficult to say, because again, I just want to reiterate, when it comes to pulling for her, I'm not really seeing any crazy usage out of her, if I'm being completely honest. With the content that's available right now within the game, when it came to me trying to run for some good scores, etc. Power of Destruction, beautiful. Battlefield of Chaos, I mean, yeah, you can run your full fire team now, so that was pretty good. That helped me out get up some waves. But outside of that, I'll be honest, I haven't really been needing to really go out my way to use her. But as I've stated before, and I've spoken about before, the Baron content, apparently he's weak to fire, so if that is the case, something could come up, and SOOHYUN will actually then come in clutch. But as of right now, it's difficult to kind of be like, yeah, we need her, because realistically right now we don't really need her, if I'm being honest. It's definitely going to be something for the future. I can feel it. It's clearly one of those. So if you want to go for the initial copy, go for it. A1 is kind of the soft, is the safe spot in my personal opinion. You don't need to go any more than that. But yeah, if you are considering pulling and looking into passives, but in a tier list format. Okay, so this is pretty much where I last left the tier list. I am moving you up here. I'm gonna put Jinjo up here for now, because of course with the buffs he got. Now, unfortunately, I don't have him at A3. So I can't really do my test, but on paper he sounds like a solid unit to actually be bumped up to at least A. So I'm just gonna bump him up there for now. We'll leave him there, and that'll be the end of it. So we'll do that, and you go. Actually, yeah, let's put you down here. There we go. And yeah, so that's kind of like the changes that I just need to make right now. Drop you down there. Put Lynn behind you. There we go, and then. Yeah, okay, cool. That's everything. So, where I last left it was obviously Cheyenne being SS+. Alicia, again, I believe it's her A3 that you need in order to be SS. Let me have a look. No, A2. A2, yeah, A2. As long as you get to A2, you're chilling. So, SS+ right there. Maylin was... Boom, there we go. So she's good with... the support play, which is again fantastic, and so that leaves SOOHYUN of course on where we want to put her. Now, like I said, doing my runs and testing her out, etc., and also taking into consideration how the other two girls were coming about, I personally just don't think she's on that SS+ level. I think I'm gonna, because in my eyes she's above Choi. In my eyes she's above Choi. So I think what I'm going to do is give her the high-end mark. I think that's kind of where I'm going to be placing her. She's a fantastic character. I can't take that away from her. And the fact that you only need A1 to have your kill shot in full effect for it to be, what was it, flame shot? I think that's the alternative play. And then that follows into the core attack being placed in, right? So that way you're maximizing your damage. Let me just double check, is it flame shot? When the kill shot is activated, yeah, oh, Hellfire, there we go, not Hellshot, Hellfire. But I think this is kind of where I'm going to leave it. I think I'm comfortable leaving it. Again, I really need to pull 3 copies to determine on whether or not he's A rank. But on paper, he does sound like an A rank character. So we'll leave Jinjo right there. So anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about. Just kind of going over the new character. And yeah, giving her an official spot within the tier list. Do you agree? I feel like even with an initial copy or A1, she's still SS valued in my eyes. Even though I've got her at A5, like even if I was utilizing her in an A1 position, I feel like like the second skill is still going to be cooking, and so SS is in my eyes the perfect spot for her, even at a low passive duped out version of her. So yeah, we're gonna go with that.